Yes, sir. Welcome in. This is Business After Business. I'm your host, Commissioner Gordon. We are live here every other Tuesday at Zuby's Taco Kitchen on Virginia Avenue. Come on out. We encourage you to join us. Joining us today, Atlanta Royalty, man. Got to salute my brother, Playa Poncho. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm great like God, man. Another beautiful day of life. We on the wake-up list, you did.
All the time. Now, see, I ran into Playa Poncho. That was a while back, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We kept in touch because one of the things that I always applaud is somebody doing good in the community, you know what I'm saying? And we share different, music, different, just different things. Look, we keep in touch. And I really wanted to salute this brother, especially at this time, man, because this is the 30th anniversary of What's Up.
Yeah.
And it's going crazy. Like, Sierra did the dance on the New Year's Eve with the ball dropped in New York City.
Yeah, shout out to Sierra.
You know what I'm saying? You always see it anytime you see it. When people talk about Atlanta hip hop, that's one of the first songs they talk about, man. How does that feel being ATL hip hop royalty, music royalty?
Man, it feels great, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, that was my dream as a little kid. I knew what I wanted to do when I was like 7, 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? So, I actually got to do what I set out to do. And I tell everybody, you can do whatever you want to do. You just got to believe in yourself, keep God first. That's number one. Keep God first, believe in yourself. And, you got to be tough. MC Shadi taught me that. That's my idol, tough. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you got to be tough, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I went for it, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, your thoughts, your beliefs, and your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions create your reality. And it created my reality, you know what I'm saying? I got down with King Up with Jay and the J team, and the rest is history, you know what I'm saying? But to have a song like What's Up, it grew bigger than me. A lot of people can pass me in the street and don't know who I am. But you put the song on, and everybody knows the song.
Everybody do it, start dancing.
Yeah.
What you will also see, if you haven't already, is Playa Poncho is also a motivational speaker. So if at any point in time you feel like you need to get up off your ass and do something, it's because he's motivating you. This is what he does.
Yeah.
Not only is it for the music, but it's also for motivation.
Yeah.
So you mentioned, said 7, 8 years old, wanting to be in the music. What made your mind up? What was your influence?
Starting off, my uncles, they had they group, you know what I'm saying, called Celebrity Ball back when I was growing up as a kid. So my uncles, my oldest uncle, my Uncle Bobby, he was out playing with Otis Redding. He played with Little Richard a couple times because they had bands back then. So, right. You know what I'm saying, they would have live instrument musicians on stage with them. So, my other uncle, my Uncle Benny, he played with Mother's Finest, Candy Staten, and a bunch of other groups, you know what I'm saying, at the same time before they formed their own group. My mama is the youngest, you know what I'm saying, out the 4 kids my grandmother had. Her brothers, she was the only girl, you know what I'm saying, so her brothers were already in the game. They had their own everything, PA system, B3 organ, everything, mic stands, all of that, light show, everything. So, that's where I got it from. I saw them with everything already.
It was already in you.
Yeah, they was already in it. My granddaddy, he used to play guitar, so he used to, clean up one of the radio stations here in Atlanta, and trade his time for cleaning up the station and to be able to play his guitar live on air.
So with it already being in you coming through, were you in the band with everybody playing all these instruments in the family? Mm-hmm. Were you in a band? Were you in anything like that?
No. I was well, in elementary I started out in a band. I had drum lessons and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? My drum teacher, Mr. Johnson, taught me how to play the snare drum and everything. So that was the only time I was in the band. High school I didn't do the band because I had joined the It With J team, the King Up With J team of DJs, and there was the first DJ crew out of Atlanta. So you know what I'm saying? So I learned how to DJ from It With J and Lady DJ and Kizzy Rock and DJ Smurf, Mr. Collie Park, DJ Man, DJ Lynn, DJ JC. All these DJs coming from the J team,
And how did you link up with them? Because I remember going and getting the J. Well, I wasn't old enough. I used to ride with my sister. My sister would go get the J tape. You know what I'm saying? Go out there. And how did you connect with them?
All right. So I was living in these apartments on Spanish Trades and Pavilion at the time, which was right next door to each other off of Flat Shoals Road in Decatur. And I started sweeping hair at the barbershop where I used to get my hair cut in. So I started sweeping hair at the barbershop. The barbershop was in the same plaza with the King Up with J Records and Tapes at 1986 Candler Road. So during the time that the barbers didn't have anything for me to do, I would be at the Edward J shop. And I would learn what was on the Edward J tapes because, you know, back then you couldn't make a list of everything that was on the tapes because it was copyright infringement.
Yeah.
Right. So I knew everything that was on the tape. So every time a customer would come in the store, you know, I was selling tapes for Edward J and I didn't even work there yet. So Edward J cash register used to ring every time I stood in the shop. So he gave me a job because they were like, the customers was like, hey man, you need to hire a shouter because he had all the pretty girls working behind the counter, but they didn't know what was on the tapes. So that's how I got on the J team. And then once I got on the J team, I learned how to make beats. DJ Bonet, God bless his soul. Him and Kids Rock used to put the pillow bass tapes together.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, and Magic Mark, you know what I'm saying? MC Jam and everybody, you know. So it became a J team family, and that was one thing that I was able to learn from Professor Lazy Rock, a Success in the Pit, and everybody else. Devastator, you know what I'm saying? Devastator came through before he even made I Wanna Rock for Luke. You know what I'm saying? This is years ahead of the game.
Right.
Disco Rick and the Dolls, everybody out of Miami. DJ Toon, DJ Mike Fresh. You know what I'm saying? It was a list of DJs that came through, man. A gang of DJs that were actually starting out with J. And MC Shy D, my idol again. I didn't know I was gonna meet MC Shy D. He just happened to already be a part of the J team, you know?
And you named a lot of royalty in that, just in that spiel, because it's a lot of legends that came out of Edward J, and I'm glad that you mentioned it, because what's happening is a lot of times when they talk about Atlanta music history, they kind of gloss over the J team.
Right.
And like I said, growing up, being a youngster in that era, I know how important that was and how pivotal that era was, and it actually created the ATL sound.
Correct. So, worldwide sound now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, because well, you got to look at it like this. We got a lot of out-of-towners that came to Atlanta and got in positions at these different radio stations or whatnot, because you didn't have nothing but B103 back in the day. You could hear hip-hop on the radio until Friday and Saturday nights during the Fresh Party. Shout out to Dan Fears, you know what I'm saying? And DJ Dan Fears and DJ Tommy Fitz, you know what I'm saying? That was on B103 back in the day, you know, playing hip hop on Fridays and Saturday nights for 1 hour. Other than that, you had to have an Edward J tape. And it was like, you know, a lot of people, like I say, again, moved to Atlanta, got in these positions, got hired, and they were from out of town. So they didn't know about the J team, and they overlooked the J team when the J team is the blueprint of Atlanta. Exactly. You know, and the Atlanta sound, when you hear a slow record with a fast beat, that's J team. I don't care where you hear it throughout the world, that's J team. You know what I'm saying? Because we did it here first. When you hear certain records, different mixes and whatnot, we did that years ago, and I had the tapes for that, you know, where I can actually play a cassette tape and it's there. You know what I'm saying?
I was just getting ready to ask, do you still have some of those tapes? Because I remember, like I said, my sister had an Supra, Toyota Supra, with some house speakers in the back.
That's right. We used to hook up house speakers in the back of the air and put them on the back seat or in the trunk.
And that boy used to go crazy with that pillow bass. I remember that pillow bass. Got the lady DJ.
Yeah.
And he's always like, I think back at that time, we might have been in South DeKalb Mall. But with that though, when you start out and you start telling people about it, do you feel like you get the acknowledgement, or do you feel like it's just now coming? The acknowledgement is just now reaching to where people are starting to recognize.
I mean, we thank everybody that has given us acknowledgement before now, and we thank people that give us acknowledgement now. But Me personally, no, I don't feel that the J team gets the credit that it should get because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Again, we got a lot of out of towners that are program directors now at different stations. We got a lot of people that have different establishments in Atlanta that don't know Atlanta history. And it's like when they speak on Atlanta, you really can't speak for Atlanta if your birth certificate don't say ATL. And I'm grown here, not flown here. You did? I ain't fly here. So I'm here. This is where I'm from. I'm self-made in the city,
right.
But I was raised up under a king that taught me the business of music in Atlanta, how to make money. Edward J was charging $10 for a 60-minute tape. He was charging $13.50 for a 90-minute blank cassette Maxwell TDK tape. So he took a tape that cost $1.99 or $2.99 and put a $10 value on it. A 10-pack off a 10-pack of 60 minutes, he made $1,000. Off a 10-pack of 90 minutes, he made $1,350. So when I got into the music business and I wasn't making that kind of money, I was like, nah, y'all can have that. Right. I don't have no new music on. I don't put my music on Tidal. I don't put my music on Spotify. I don't put my music on Apple Music because ain't nobody gonna tell me how much I'm gonna sell my dope for. I don't do that.
So that brings me coming in when first we'll get into how did What's Up come about.
What's Up came about because me and Kizzy was DJing at Sharon Showcase. And we used to have little different chants that we would say in the club, you know what I'm saying? Like What's Up was one of them. You know, and during all the dance battles, all the dance crews were saying, what's up, goddamn, come on. You know what I'm saying? They were cranking the club. What's up, what you got? You know what I'm saying? The same thing even with the dance contest with the girls booty shaking. It was like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? You got to come show what you got. You got
right.
to, you know. But the thing was, we was in a group called A-Town Players, myself, DJ Kizzy Rock, DJ Bonet, and we had A-Town Drop, which had Whoop There It Is first, but we ain't know nothing about copyrights. So we actually signed like 150 page, I did anyway in the bedroom. I signed a 150 page contract in my grandma's bedroom, and we had Whoop There It Is first, and I ain't know nothing about copyrights. So by the time I got to deal with So, a lot of people don't even know I was the first artist in Atlanta to have 2 record deals at one time. Because I was still signed with A-Town Players with Warner Brothers Premeditated, and I was signed to So as a solo artist.
Gotcha. Now, with that, like, how long did it take you? I'm sure it didn't take very long, but how long did it take you to start to get to the mentality that you were just speaking about, like having a contract, valuing your own music, and being able to push it yourself as opposed to depending on somebody else to push it?
Well, I had my first artist signed to me. If you go back to the So Bass All Stars album, the only female artist on the album was T-Baby. I had my first artist signed to me when I was 17. So I was already learning the business at an early age because I was a sponge, you know what I'm saying? I was soaking up the game. And then what I was learning was, you know what I'm saying, record labels going to advance you just like a bank, but at the same, like a bank loan, but they're going to charge you up to 60% Georgia law interest on the money that they advance you. So once I learned that, I was like, oh, nah, you ain't doing me like that. You know what I'm saying? So once I learned the game, didn't nobody want to do business with me. But it didn't matter no way because I already had a blueprint how to get the money. Right. A lot of people think you got to go platinum to be a millionaire when you don't. I can sell 60,000 units of a cup at $20 each. That's 1.2 million. Do the math.
So, and with that, you got the song, the record going crazy.
Right.
Talk about the show money.
Show money is extra money. You know what I'm saying? The thing is with show money, you just gotta a lot of times it's like, you know what I'm saying, show money, different promoters will hit you that ain't even talking about doing no taxes no way. They just paying you straight cash money, you know what I'm saying? So the cash money is unreal, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, show money has always been a great thing, you know what I'm saying? Because one, you get to go out, perform your music, advertise your music, and still make money, you know what I'm saying? So I always look at show money like this. It's more than what you're leaving to go out of town with, and it's more coming back. So it's depending on how you structure your money.
Right.
You know, you can take show money and start your clothing line like I did. You know what I'm saying? And you can sell it. The thing is to move units. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand it's moving units.
And with that, like, you got a song that's timeless, that we now know is a timeless classic. Mm-hmm. Performing the shows, like, talk about like all the places that you like, where is hip hop and the song taking you all across the world?
Oh man, without me recording first A-Town Players, if I had not, we got our first deal, like I said, when I was like 15 years old, you know what I'm saying? I dropped out of school, you know what I'm saying? I kept moving because I'll get more money than the teacher at the time. So it wasn't no point of me being there. Plus, all the negative energy that was coming from other people that didn't believe in themselves and they were just jealous because I believed in myself.
Right.
They used to tell me, oh, you can't rap, oh, you can't do it. Ain't no such thing as can't with me, you know what I'm saying? Success comes in cans, failures come in canks. And as you can see, I never fail with nothing, because I don't have a failure mindset. When my daddy ejaculated in my mama, I was already doing this, Jack. Before I came out my mama, I was already doing this, Jack. A lot of people don't look at themselves in the mirror and understand that they was already winners. How so? Because everybody that's walking around here in this dimension and on earth fertilized the egg, and they became successful before they even came into the world and took their first breath. But they don't look at themselves that way. So if you don't look at yourself that way, you really the failure. And what you need to do is correct yourself, correct your thinking, and learn to be a winner and learn to be a champion like you already are. Because everything that exists first within the mindset. A lot of people don't think first you have to have money to be successful. That ain't the truth. Because money don't start with your bank account. Money starts with your imagination. And if you can believe it, then you can conceive it. If you can conceive it, you can achieve it. That's the only thing you have to do. Recognize it. Your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions create your reality. If your thoughts are positive, your beliefs are positive, your actions are positive, your reality is positive. If your thoughts are negative, your beliefs are negative, and your actions are negative, your reality is negative.
There you go. Like I told you, man, motivational speaker. You know, I told you he gonna make you want to get up and do something. He gonna make you want to get up. You need to go get something in action. You know, go put one foot in front of the other.
Yeah,
and get some business about yourself.
Well, I mean, I started paying rent when I was in 6th grade. So you know what I'm saying? I started help paying rent then in 6th grade. So a lot of people don't understand when you come home and your lights off and ain't no food in the refrigerator, you either go starve and lay down and die, or you gonna go out here and eat, and you gonna make a way. You gonna find a way. So I had a long conversation with myself as a child in the mirror with me, because I'm in the longest relationship I'm gonna ever be in my life with M.E. Me. No woman, nobody else, not my mother, my father, my children, my cousins, my brothers, my sisters, my aunts, my uncles, nobody. I'm in the longest relationship I'm gonna ever be in with me. Everything on the outside of me is on the outside of me. You have to find happiness and peace within. So I found the piece of peace within myself and connected with that and became aligned with that and began from there.
There you go. And with that, with the message, you carry the message everywhere you go. Because I know whenever we speak, you know what I'm saying, I'm hearing the message and I'm feeling the message. On your performances, like you perform to this day. Like people think like a lot, music, hip hop, especially hip hop, is a young man's game. Mm-hmm. I think now artists like yourself, from Outkast, from you got Mojo doing this thing.
Yeah, salute the Mojo, salute the Cash too.
Shy D,
salute them.
And then you got all the way up to when you go to New York, you got all the older artists that came through in the 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
And they're showing that there's still a lane for where people perform, people want to watch you perform. Mm-hmm. Like, how often are you still putting out shows?
Well, I just did a show last night, and that was on the country side of things, though. Me and my man Tommy Townsend. Tommy used to play with Waylon Jennings. Mm-hmm. And Waylon Jennings, for those that don't know, Waylon Jennings was the narrator and the intro of the show Dukes of Hazzard. You know what I'm saying? So if you watch Dukes of Hazzard as a kid on TV, that's the artist that I'm speaking of. Waylon passed some years back, but Tommy Townsend and myself have a new country project. It's like really it's hillbilly hip hop is what we call it. You know what I'm saying?
Hillbilly hip hop.
Yeah, hillbilly hip hop. So you know what I'm saying? It's country music. You know what I'm saying? He didn't change anything about himself, and I ain't changed anything about myself. We met, and we actually met on something else, on another business I'll go back in later on about. But Tommy met me, and he was like, "You want to do some music?" I was like, "Cool, let's do some music then." And we went from there. And now we've been, doing shows for like 3 years now.
Okay. And before we leave, man, I want you to pub up the new venue you were just showing me.
Right.
You said Lonzel?
Lonzel. Shout out to my Gemini brother Lonzel. Yeah, Lonzel opened his performing arts theater off of La Vista Road. The address is 3993 La Vista Road. Salute to Lonzel and the team. You know, it's really, you had to compare it to anything, it's like a Coca-Cola Roxy Fox Theater tabernacle type situation, but bigger. Because this used to be an old Valley's Fitness that he went in, renovated the whole thing. We have a ballroom on the inside. We had Compunction and Zap band, Roger Trapman's band, out for New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve was the grand opening and whatnot. It's 3 levels inside the venue, and it's like immaculate, and it's very upscale. And we want you to come through and have your events also at Lonzel's Performing Arts Theater.
Now, how can they? Is there a site they can follow Lonzel?
Yeah, excuse me.
Oh, no, you good.
Yeah.
Is it a number?
Yeah, actually, you can go on IG, on Instagram, and follow Lonzel at Lonzel. That's LONDZELLPAT. LONDZELLPAT for Lonzel Performing Arts Theater.
So tap in, perform, follow Lonzel's Performing Arts Theater. Yeah. Also, what you need to do is, if you are having an event, you want to put something together, holler at Lonzel. Mm-hmm. See what they charge you, get you the rental prices, and you can put you something together. Maybe you are having an event and you want to put it together. Check it out. Also, can you tell them how they can follow you?
Yeah, you can follow me at P_stats, STACKS_ATL. That's P_stats_ATL. Or you can follow me also at the real Playa Poncho ATL.
So,
and you can get the bag merch at Get the Bag. That's GETTHEBAG on Instagram.
So Get the Bag merch. We got Lonzel. Yeah. Tap in with them. What I want you to do is, one, check it out. Hit that follow button. Like the music. Listen to the music. Find out where it's gonna be. Keeping the motivation going.
Yeah.
Get the merch. Also, tap in, check in, because feedback is always welcome, correct?
Yeah, it's always welcome, man. You know, you got to have feedback. Let you know, saying some of the things that you're doing correct and the things that, you may not be doing correct, where you can go in and correct yourself. That's what life is, all about correcting yourself. We're all here as spiritual beings experiencing the physical experience, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we learn along the way. That's what life is. No one man knows everything, you know what I'm saying? And before he learned to become successful at one thing, he had to learn his way to success. So stop looking at things as failures. Stop looking at you can't be accountable for things that you might have made mistakes with, and learn to repent. Even repent in the Bible only means to rethink. That's all repent means. Rethink what you're doing. Correct yourself and learn that you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great.
So, all right, again, check everything out. And what we're going to do is I'm going to want to, and Matt and I probably get together. I want to go out, check out Lonzel's, and I also want to go into more depth about the career, about everything that you have going on. So we probably get together for a part 2. We'll bring it out to Lonzel so everybody can see, our audience can see what's going on. Also, and then we can collab that way and get some more stuff going on. And then, hey man, I also want you to come in, business after business, Zuby's Taco Kitchen, we right here on Virginia Avenue.
That's right.
Every other Tuesday. Follow Biz After Biz, and what's gonna happen is you see the date, you'll see the flyer, you come out here and you can chop it up. If you have something to promote, come out here. We're all about network, because your network is your network.
That's right.
And hey, look, we all are a community, and we all have to help each other in these situations, because a lot of times, man, you see it's crazy out in these streets. Everything's changing.
Yeah.
Come out, holler at us, network with business after business. Playa Poncho, my brother.
I appreciate you, Commissioner, and I wish you nothing but more success, abundance, prosperity, peace, love, joy, greatness, excellence, protection, and all the goals and desires of your heart, my brother. Keep doing what you're doing,
Yes,
man.
sir.
You always been an
that.
A1 player, man,
Yes, sir.
and I appreciate that. You and your man, you know what I'm saying, y'all stay at it.
Yes, sir.
And all the followers out there that's listening right now, continue to be great yourselves. Again, each day is a gift from God. Understand that we are on the wake-up list, and that's the greatest gift that you can ever have. Peace and blessings.